we did a radio show in LA. I think it was Powerhouse with Future. And my daughter I took her on a trip with me. Um, and this is gonna be real funny. I guess she knew Future just because he was around. She didn't know how big of a star he was. It was that moment, and it was one other. So she walked out and saw the crowd. We're in a stadium, and it's maybe 30, 40,000 people there, and they're all singing every word. And my daughter looked at me and she said, "Oh my God, Daddy, we're gonna be rich." And I'm like, that we're not gonna put that with that, but she realized just how, it's innocence of, maybe I think she was 10, 11 years old at the time. Um, so her just experiencing that, like, man, I'm backstage and hanging out with him, and we, talk and, whatever the case may be, just being around went a long way. And I think she had that same experience with Outkast. And my son with Outkast as well. So just being part of the Dungeon family and Organized Noise, being around Big Boy and Dre, even me for that matter. Sometimes you forget that they're the biggest selling rap group of all time. Um, and the Grammy Award for Album of the Year, those things are huge. They're being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I can pick up the phone, call them right now, or my kids see them and they'll come up and speak to my kids. And, you know, but they're obviously, they're regular people anyway, but we just don't, my kids don't see them as stars. And sometimes I don't either have to pinch myself like, wow, am I really able to do this as a living? Same thing. That goes a long way too. I think having to have worked as an intern, and I was a street team guy. I would be outside passing out flyers. I went on tours and didn't have hotel rooms, had to sleep in the van with merch. Um, but being able to do this for a living and not have an additional job kind of goes a long way. That's a huge accomplishment in itself, I guess for me, because it wasn't the era of technology where you just go online, Google, and apply for jobs and whatnot. You had to be on the scene, be known. People had to see you. There wasn't as many background checks as there are now. You had to actually be around where people can vouch for you. Like, yeah, we know him. He's been, to this club this many days, or he's been around on the scene.
Outstanding.